Everyone. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I would like to see how many of us are joining and where we are joining from. All right. So, if you are live with us, you can just drop your name and where you are joining from. My name is Clement Oyinlola, and I am the founder of Terabyte. And tonight we are going to be learning a couple of things together. And one of the things we are going to be learning together is the marketing demand in the African ecosystem, especially in 2025. And we are trying to open our eyes to see the possibilities that you have access to, the opportunities that you have access to. While you are in Nigeria, while you're in Africa, you can have access to a lot of marketing opportunities. And beyond that, you could also tap into the global market as well. So we have someone special with us on this webinar tonight, and that is King David. King David has been our advisor and investor for a couple of months now, and is someone that has wide experience and knowledge about the marketing and and the job opportunities that we have in Africa. So in a few moments, we are going to be having him joining on the call now, and it will be a privilege to learn from him. It will be a privilege to learn from him. So wherever you are, just drop in your name and your location, and try as much as you can to join with your notepad, to join with your pen, so that you can ask questions. Ask questions. You can drop your questions if you are not clear about something. You can drop a question, and then it will definitely be attended to. So King David, you're welcome. Thank you for doing this with us. Thank you for joining us on this call tonight. I believe we can hear me, right?
Absolutely great to be on the call here with you guys, and happy to be here. I look forward to the amazing conversations we're going to be having tonight.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. So I would like you to take point for a minute, and then if we have questions from there, we could pop up questions for you, and then we could go from there. So the essence is to open the mind of people to the endless marketing roles, the opportunities in marketing in Africa, in Nigeria. A lot of people have believed that, there are no jobs. I hear that a lot, really. And from this past few weeks of speaking with a lot of people, I keep hearing the same thing that, there are no jobs, because of where I am, because of what it is I'm doing. I can't seem to find potential or the jobs that pay me the kind of pay I'm looking for. So we just want to learn from you tonight, from the experiences you've had, and what do you think lies in 2025 for marketing talent, especially in Nigeria and in Africa?
Okay, yeah, great question. So, the first thing to understand is that as long as you're a marketing talent that actually knows what he or she is doing, now this is very important. Emphasis on knows what he or she is doing, right? As long as you are that marketing talent, then jobs. I would boldly say that jobs is like the least of your worries, because one thing that you need to understand is that every single business, whether it's a startup, whether it's a multinational, whether it's an already established company, it doesn't matter what level that the company is, every single business has one primary objective, and that's to make sales. And when they talk about sales and marketing is diverse. So, as a marketing talent, your ability to play in this diverse environment. Now, there are different moving parts of marketing. For instance, there are people who specialize in social media marketing, lead generation, and the rest of that. That is their own specialty. There are also another set of people who also specialize in other forms of marketing, such like cold calling, email marketing, content marketing, and the rest of that. But one thing you need to understand is that marketing does not exist in isolation, right? Marketing doesn't exist in isolation. So when I say marketing doesn't exist in isolation, what does that mean? It simply means that every single part of marketing has to come together to actually get the results that is needed, which is to drive sales. So, as someone working within the marketing sphere, within the marketing ecosystem, your skill set is very important. And as long as you're someone who is able to bring in revenue into the company, automatically your use or your value is important, right? Now, when it comes to job opportunities for marketing talents, the job opportunities for marketing talents are endless. You cannot you cannot there is no limit to. So let me just make it this simple. Companies can decide that they want to hire, let me make it simple, two software developer, two products, blah 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 blah. But if you really check successful companies, their marketing team is always way more than the number of every other moving part. Because why? These are the guys that are actually driving revenue into the company. That's number one. Number two is that with the rise of the way startups are being run, there's what they call KPI driven goals, whereby you can literally be working for even one, two, three, four startups at the same time, as long as you're someone who is able to produce the right results. Now, unlike most other jobs where what you earn is just your salary, meaning what you're able to do with your salary is what you're able to earn. In marketing, it's a bit different, right? Because now you're able to earn not just the salary that they are paying you, but you're also able to earn bonuses and commissions from excellent delivery. So when you deliver on your role excellently, the company is able to pay you commissions, right, for meeting a certain target. So, like, I have a friend of mine who runs an edtech, and he has more marketing talent working for him. And it's funny that the amount they even earn in commission sometimes is way even more than what they are paying for. That means the salary that they are getting. So let's say your salary is $500, but then you're even earning commission of $1,000. So these are the possibilities of marketing. In fact, we have so many people who do marketing for us that are not even on full-time, salary per se, but they just bring various type of deal flows to us and they get paid. So the being the market, in fact, being the marketing talent today is even where there's so much you can negotiate as a marketing talent. You can negotiate different types. There are deals that only marketing talents are able to negotiate. No other talent can negotiate those kind of deals. So it all boils down that this guy Daniel G, who is one of the best marketing people, as well as Alex Umozi, would always say it all boils down to your skill set. No one wants to pay a dummy marketer that you have to tell how to sell, how to close, and how to do that. So rather than asking, are there marketing jobs available, ask yourself how good I am as a marketer, right? And that's why marketing is a process. Some people start with selling low ticket offers, and from there they grow into selling high ticket offers. Now, the people that get paid the most for me in marketing are not just only those that, because some people say, oh, my own job is just, I just want to focus on lead generation. That's okay. Some people say, I just want to focus on content marketing. That's also okay. But the biggest guys that actually drive the most numbers are those who actually know how to drive sale, which I call conversions. So those who actually driving conversions, driving those numbers, these guys get paid decent amounts of money. I remember in March this year, we had an event, ADIS 2024, and we had a couple of marketers. And one of those marketers in question, in about a month plus, had already earned over 3 million naira. It was not a salary structure, it was just pure commissions from getting sponsorships and so on and so forth. She had already earned 3 million naira from getting sponsors and partnerships, right? So this is not even in the context of a base salary. Now, this is just in the context of, even if we wanted to pay her a base salary, we would have definitely not paid her 3 million, but this is what she was able to get just from being good in closing. All she knows how to do very well is cold calling. So you can give her leads, you can give her database, and she will sit down with these leads and database and drive the numbers, right? So marketing, as a talent, there are multiple opportunities available for you. The question is, in fact, the first jobs we keep on getting every day in our founders community, we run a network of founders from across the continent. One of the key roles we keep on getting every day is, do you have marketing talents? And because people understand that marketing is not something that it's not a guesswork thing. If you don't know it, you don't know it. You can't guess your way in marketing. If you don't know the psychology behind marketing, you know. So companies are looking for and are willing to pay people who have high results and high knowledge of how to actually drive sales. So if you are the person who, more than just even marketing, you actually understand strategy on marketing, from we can do this, we can do this, we can do that. If we run this campaign and do this, we can create this fund. If you're someone that is that resourceful, you're literally an asset to all these organizations. So yeah, let me pause here. The jobs are endless for marketing talents, locally, internationally. As long as you're someone who is able to drive in sales and revenue for a company, it's you can never look for a job. Basically, fun stuff. Let me say one more thing before I hand over. Fun stuff. I actually began my journey and career and being an entrepreneur. I started out first as a marketing person. You know, I didn't just become an entrepreneur. I find a lot of founders just being entrepreneurs that but have zero knowledge of marketing. The funny thing is, I started the other way. I started as a marketing talent, did affiliate marketing, did network marketing, did direct marketing, did social media marketing, did all sorts of marketing. You know, so when I talk about marketing, is because I'm not just talking as a founder who is just chilling and saying there is job. I normally tell my team that if you take away the company from me today, just give me my laptop and my phone, I can sell anything. I understand the moving parts of marketing from the beginning to the end. I know the campaign, I know the product to pick up today with $1,000 and my Facebook and Instagram ads. I'll be able to turn that $1,000 to $5,000 from strategic marketing. So this is a skill that, more than just you thinking of job, I want you to change your mind from just only job. Start thinking about it as a skill that you become an asset. Like so for instance, people say I'm unemployable. My founder friends normally tell me I'm unemployable. The reason they say I'm unemployable is because they know that you have to pay me decent money to get my attention to sell anything for you. So you can bring yourself to that level as a marketing talent, where people know that if they're going to having you is an asset. So if they're going to get you in as an asset, then they have to pay you, because they know that when they get you in, the numbers are going to climb. So yeah, that's it.
Well, thank you very much for that. During your while you were talking about the commission part, I remember this experience I had working with one of the startups in Nigeria. We were planning for a summit, and we're supposed to get 20,000 registrations for that summit. And of course, as part of the marketing team, the CEO made a call during the meeting and said, if we are able to hit this 20,000 registration as a marketing team, the entire marketing team gets an extra additional bonus at the end of the month. Meaning that for everyone who is a marketing talent, there is always this potential of extra commission. There's always this potential of extra income, especially when you work with companies who value your performance, who value your performance as a marketer. Now, I want to ask this: in your experience, how do you think Nigerian startups are leveraging marketing to scale their businesses? And the second part to that question is that, why do you think many founders don't the set of founders we are seeing now, they don't really care about marketing? Why do you think that is? So my first question is, how are Nigerian startups leveraging marketing to scale their businesses, and why do some startups seem not to value marketers? I once heard a founder said on a global stage, like when I mean on a global stage, he said this in a summit in the UK for Nigerian African startups in that summit, and he said marketers are I've forgotten how he put it now, but he really made it seem as though marketers are irrelevant, literally, and that must have gone through the mind of a lot of body marketers. So I want you to say something about that.
Okay, so I think first of all, because and your question was in the context of startups. A lot of startups in the first place do not even know what marketing is. And when you don't even know, one thing I would normally tell startup founders, like if you don't know what marketing is, you can't have the right marketing talent. I remember back in COVID when we started hiring marketing talents, we hired a bunch of people that said, "Oh, I'm a digital marketer, I'm a digital marketer." But their definition of digital marketing was they just know how to post on social media. Many of them never knew nothing about lead generation, conversion, funnel building. These are different moving parts of marketing. Many of them also didn't also know about like community development, blah 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 blah. They didn't know all these different moving parts. So now, why is this thing I'm saying important? Because for you, for a founder and in the founder perspective, the problem is that many of these founders don't even know the marketing talents that they need. For instance, we have various marketing. Our marketing funnel is different. We have, I know talents that, okay, you, when it comes to running ads, lead generation, you're the best. No one is dragging this with you, right? You are the guy that when we need to run those ads, we know you're good in this thing. When we need to build those funnels, we know you're good. When it comes to conversion, we know you're good. So a lot of times founders just say we need marketing talents, and they expect the marketing talent to be a lead generation specialist, a conversion person, a community person, everything, and most of the time it doesn't really work. It's very, very rare before you get people like me that know how everything works. And I'm saying it unapologetically. So it's very rare to get people like us that understand and it came because we experimented a lot of things. Now, what am I saying? The reason many of these guys say these things carelessly is because they don't even know what marketing is. So, but that's not your problem as a talent. Your main focus as a talent is to find where your strength lies the most. Anywhere your strength lies the most, you can make money from there. That's the fact. Whether it's lead generation, whether it's community marketing, whether it's conversion and closing, as long as you found your strength, you can make so much from there, right? So much that you can from there. So the question from understanding that there are 10 parts, and most of the time when startups talk about marketing, they expect every part, but that's not really you trying to have every part can work, but you may not, get the best out of what you're supposed to do. But then as you start climbing, let's say you want to be a CMO and the rest of that, then understanding, just like way Clement understands the various moving parts of marketing, because of he understands that when you start talking about being CMO, then you have to understand the different moving parts of the marketing. That is when you want to be a CMO. But if you're just a marketing talent, find one and get really good at it. So again, startups could say, "Oh, I don't think I need marketing, blah blah blah," but just know that they're basically talking crap, and the reality dawns on them early, and as they start scaling, they start seeing that their numbers are shitty. They're not making the investors that they're going to make. And then they now understand that marketing is a thing. Even us as a company, if you are pitching to us and we're not seeing that most of your moves are targeted towards marketing, I don't take you serious. I already know that you're on the road to failure, or you're on the road to building a Ponzi scheme that is dependent on investors' money to keep on scaling. So if you can't show me how you're going to be spending on marketing, then I've already marked you on a certain level in my head. So you as a talent, your worry is not whether startups think that they need marketing or not. Your worry should be to be the best at what you do. And those that recognize that this thing is important, there are thousands of them. They have the resources. In fact, some startups, let me even shock you, some startups have raised money. Their biggest problem now is that they have money, but they've paid a bunch of people that don't know what they're doing. You see, the problem now is that they not like they lack money to pay. They have money to pay the marketing talent, but the marketing talent keeps failing. And I'm speaking from experience. I've hired marketing talents in the past that, was a waste of money. It was just salary, dashing people's salary. And if not that I have strict policies of in 1 month, I already know if you're going to stay in the company or not, would have burnt salary for a whole year saying, let us keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. So when it comes to market box to the possibilities, basically.
Wow, thank you very much for that. And what you just said now will lead me to this next set of questions. What are the core skills you think marketers should focus on in 2025? And what are the marketing roles you think will be in high demand in marketing in Nigeria by 2025? I'm asking this based on the experiences you've had working with startups and working in the African ecosystem. What do you think are the core skills marketers should focus on, aspiring marketers should focus on in 2025? And what marketing roles do you think will be in high demand in 2025?
Okay, the first thing I think that is very, very key to focus on is lead generation. The foundation of marketing starts from generating leads. If you don't have leads, no marketing, no sales. So lead generation specialists are in high demand. Unfortunately, a lot of people think that lead generation is just running ads until you go and blow up your money on the name of running ads, and you now find out that it's not just running ads. So there is such a thing called a lead generation specialist that understands your audience, understands targeting, understands how to, get these leads to actually fill whatever form, if it's a lead generation campaign that you're doing. So lead generation specialist number one, very, very important. The second type of marketing that is becoming very big, and the beauty of it is that for me, I think it's becoming one of the most highest paid market roles, because you can all use it in both the, well, for if you're for tech startups, for Web 2, and you can also use it in Web 3. That means for crypto startups, blockchain startups, and the rest of that. It's called community marketing. You see some community KOLs, community marketers being paid as much as $5,000 a month just to be a community marketer. Um, the reason is because community marketing takes on a different shape. It's like marketing, but it's a bit different, and that's like one of my biggest strengths, which is it's a mixture of content marketing. It's a mixture of direct. It's like a word that brings in multiple things. So understanding how community marketing works, how to build a community, how to create content for a community that makes it attractive to sell the offerings, that the product or service that is available. Community marketing is becoming a big thing because a lot of brands are now building community around their products and services. That was not a thing before. Now, as a company or as a brand, if you're not building a community around your product and service, people will be looking at you as, this one, are you playing, or what are you exactly doing? Why are you not building, a brand around your community, around a community around your brand? So even celebrities right now, influencers, everybody, you observe them, you can see how all of them are all building communities. Artists are not even building communities for their song. So before they even launch song, they have a community of people who can jump on the song, increase their streaming, and the rest of that. So community marketing is a thing. Mention lead generation, mention community marketing. The next one is actually, I call them ticket people that closers, because that's another part of marketing. Now this could be a high ticket closer, a low ticket closer, a mid ticket closer. People that can actually take cold leads, and whether jump on a call with them, or a webinar with them, or a chat with them, and get them to pay for that product. That final part of that, that's another people that earn a lot. And the reason why they earn a lot is that they don't only earn salary. If you are a good closer, as a lead generation specialist, you cannot negotiate commission because you're just bringing in leads. So you can't negotiate commission. As a community person, you can't negotiate commission if you're very, very good, because if the community people are paying, you can say, okay, everybody that pays from this community, I want to earn something. But then as a closer, your number one rule is just to close. You're not doing community, you're not doing lead generation. They are giving you leads. Your own role is to take the information that's been given you and close. If you're very good in that, you can literally earn, some people pay 10%, 20%, 5%, depending on the price of the product, for commission. So imagine in a month, you're able to do, like, let's say 20 sales, and it's a $500 product, and you're doing 10%. That's $1,000 that you've already made in commission, which in local currency is like 1.7 million, minus whatever your base salary is, right? So at the end of the day, closing as well is another very, very, very key part of that. And I think the final one for me will be content marketers, because content marketing right now is becoming a thing. You know how to make content for brands. Brands will pay a lot right now to get the right content for their products or services, right? So these parts are, for me, the skills within marketing that are in high demand and will always be in high demand even as we enter into the new year.
Thank you very much for this. So you mentioned lead generation specialists, people that generate leads, and I think I want to emphasize on the fact that lead generation is beyond running ads. You know, before a recent example for our incubator coming up, before we started running ads, I did a lot of underground work, and that got us a lot of registrations, close to 50 registrations without a single paid ad before we started pushing the ad out there. So you have to know how to generate leads creatively, organically, and then maximizing paid ad as well. Number two, you mentioned community marketing. Community is actually on the rise. People are building community everywhere. So if you can moderate webinars, if you can get members in a community engaged, you can make a lot of money as a community marketer. And sales closer, that one is my favorite because I took a course on sales closing some months back, and I've been closing sales, cold calling, prospecting for the past I don't know how many years now. So I understand the potential in sales closing. If they are paying you 10% and you close 20 sales in a month, that's a lot more than your salary could pay you. And then you mentioned content marketing. Content marketing is also wide. Content marketing could be as a blogger, as a video creator, as an email writer, or whatever, or as a script writer, whatever it is. So uh, basically, we have so many potentials for marketing roles, especially in Nigeria and in Africa. And looking at how startup is on the rise in Africa, it is really a proof that talents in marketing will become much more valuable as we grow and as we get into the market. My next question should be on AI. You know, every startup here and there, they are beginning to add a sprinkle of AI into whatever they are building. You know, you will see this person, we are using AI to do this, that person, we are using AI to do this. Now, and I think there is this common fear that I don't agree with, and that is AI is coming to take our jobs. I don't agree with that. I see AI as an assistant, basically. But for marketers, I think Nigeria is yet to tap into AI in marketing. How do you think AI could help marketing talents to become more productive, to become more valuable? What are the things, or what are the things you would like to share that you believe could make marketing talents more valuable in terms of using AI?
Okay, so first of all, AI does not come to take the job of anybody. What AI basic is just like the industrial age when a lot of old jobs were obsolete. So it's basically you need to understand that ages will always come, times will always shift, and adapting to those changes are important. So as a marketing talent, actually knowing how to use these softwares is more like a weapon or a tool for you. And when I say knowing how to use these softwares, I'm talking about, now you have you have various of these softwares doing different things, right? You can use these softwares to do a bunch of things, like now you don't need to sit down and start cracking your head on. I am not saying you should be using chat GPT up and down, but let's say you're a community marketer now and you need to prepare contents and write-ups. ChatGPT AI can prepare you your 1 month content. If you're not someone who is a writer, like if you don't like writing like me, I enjoy writing. So I mostly write all my content by myself. But if you don't enjoy writing per se, let's say you do not enjoy writing, you can easily use AI to solve that problem, right? So AI can easily solve that problem in a sec, right? Same to even video creatives and the rest of that. We are now seeing the rise of people beginning to use AI to actually create video creatives. Even the rise of AI influencers are actually becoming a thing. So people are now even having AI create videos. Before you needed to do an explainer video, maybe you would have had to pay somebody to go and prepare the explainer video for you. But with AI, I can prepare a 1 minute explainer video and run ads on it without paying one person. Like I can literally prepare a campaign video to run ads and the rest of that. So imagine yourself as a marketing talent and you know how to use these things to cut costs for a company. Do you think the company would want to play with you? The answer is no, because they're like, I beg you, don't play with this talent. At least the only talent that is telling us, no, let's not burn money on paying for this, paying for that. Let's use this and do that, right? So for me, again, like you rightly said, it's a leverage. It's a leverage, it's a leverage, it's a leverage. That's the same thing I would always say. It's a leverage. So question would now be, how are you by yourself leveraging on this, right? What are you doing to leverage on this? How are you using it to position for yourself, and so on and so forth? So apart from that, I think basically there is nothing AI can do in terms of taking your AI cannot, you know, there is this company called Bland AI that is creating this whole thing where they can cold call you and blah 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 blah. But let me just tell you the truth, right? The marketing is complicated. You cannot have an AI doing community. You know, they can have bots that will reply people's first chats, but running community AI, it doesn't. It's not a feasible thing, basically. So there is that human touch needed, and then you using AI as a leverage to, do things better, basically.
Okay, now still on AI, let's talk about automation. Now, there is this part of marketing that um, is really not so much in play in Nigeria. You hardly see marketing automations. People do marketing automations. Now, what can you say first of all about marketing automation, and how do you think, or if founders understand marketing automations, don't you think they would rather not hire a talent and just automate everything about their marketing?
So again, like I said earlier, again, why people want to automate and it sounds all nice. My team, we talk about this a lot. I'm like, automate all you like, but you need that human touch, right? I've had people come and pitch us even automation in our community. They're like, oh, you don't need to be posting all these and all of that, even adding people, welcoming people, and all of that and all of that. You can have AI, the chat, AI gives. I say, I do know how to set up a WhatsApp bot. Did I tell you I don't know how to set it up? I understand how this works. I know that people can DM a bot, it asks them a few questions, they added into a community and all of that. But you want to build real value. You can't expect human beings to be talking to. Okay, let me use particular. Imagine Clement, you met, you came into SPC Universe, and then AI chatted you. Okay, let's say you say, okay, it's fine, you joined, and then time to get started, AI is talking to you. I want to talk to a human being. I want to tell somebody what I'm trying to do, and they're like, no, AI needs to talk to you. You don't, human beings don't talk here. If it's not AI, you won't even be here in the first place. Like, this whole conversation will not even be happening. So as long as, once you need to understand that marketing is about human beings, it's about human psychology, it's about human relationships. In fact, the best marketing happens when people feel comfortable with you. The best sales happens when people feel comfortable with you. AI can be a support for, maybe I'm not around, I'm not active, just a few, like a virtual assistant, a few minor tasks. But leaving your full marketing, most of those people that make brag and say, oh, our marketing is fully automated, blah blah blah, but I can tell you that, check their numbers after a while, their numbers are declining. Why? Because that human touch, especially when it's not a low ticket offer. If it's a $20 offer, $10 offer, something, you can easily fully auto. In fact, people don't even need to interface with a human being. They can easily just go click on the link and pay for whatever it is. But if it's a real offer, something of value, something that needs to maybe educate people, bring people's mindset to something, trust me, you need that human touch. And AI is definitely not taking that in the next whatever number of years. What AI can take is things like calling people for follow up, not for conversion. For follow up, again, not for conversion. Yeah, AI can do all those parts, basic things, but the real deal, you need the human touch, basically.
Wow, thank you very much, Mr. David. Um, so about our talent incubator, at Terabyte, we are starting our incubator this Sunday, this weekend, for those who have registered. Do you think, because a lot of people, especially Nigerians, we feel like, why do I need to pay for an incubator? Why do I need to pay for a class? Why do I need to pay for a session when, I could just do this thing on probably on YouTube. I could watch and become a professional marketer on YouTube. You've seen our curriculum. Why do you think it is important for talent to be in such program, because the incubator is not just learning. The incubator will give you projects, and you get to do internship for 3 months, and then before we start connecting with opportunities. Why do you think it's important for talent to take advantage of opportunities like this?
Okay, great. So the answer is pretty much simple. Why people talk about YouTube, and I laugh a lot is I'm self-taught. I taught myself a lot of things on YouTube, but I'll tell you that most of the things I became an expert from experience, both the ones that cost me money. So in order to save yourself a lot of stress, I will just tell you categorically that there are some things that is not going. Let me go and watch a video on YouTube. Anybody can, even without a video on YouTube, actually become a good marketing person. However, you will not understand the processes involved in marketing. Like what I'm telling you right now, it took me years to understand that there is different moving parts of marketing. These things I could have saved myself that time by simply learning stuff. Secondly, I don't usually take people serious that can't pay for stuff. If you can't pay for stuff, and I'm telling you right here on this call, you're not a serious person. You do not deserve to be a marketing talent. You also do not deserve to get marketing job opportunities. So let's just establish that. I'm not in the business of I'm not in the business of telling people, oh, you need to pay for this and that. No, that's your life, that's your problem, man. But then if you really want to be a marketing talent, then you need access, right? One thing that you have with what Terabyte has built is that you have access to these job opportunities from the onset. And unlike many people that will just teach you marketing and then you go, you actually have the opportunity to work for organizations and put that marketing to play. And this is as a result of the various partnerships that Terabyte has, especially the one they have with us at SPC UNIVERSE. We run one of Africa's largest network of founders in 15 countries in the continent. That should give you an understanding of the number of startups, the number of companies, organizations that will have access to that always ask us for marketing talent. So as soon as you're finishing from your talent accelerator. Now, this is not just a course, this is not just a program, this is not another certification course. This is a roadmap to you becoming an active marketing talent. So, as soon as you're finishing from that course, you're immediately being put to go and render that service to a company in form of internship. And obviously, like I said, nobody pursues a marketing talent that is producing result. I've never sack the marketing talent that produces results for us when I'm not mad. You are generating me revenue and I'll pursue you. Why? So as long as you go for that internship, you've been taught, you know the right thing to do, and you get there and you produce the right results, you're already on your way to having a job immediately. So this is not just another marketing training program. This is a marketing talent accelerator. And the reason we actually built this talent accelerator is because we already have the existing need of founders and organizations who need these resources. So yeah, if you feel that paying for courses is not your thing, very, very well by you. Please keep your money and go on YouTube and learn. But if you're ready for serious business and you really want to be in a place where you can scale a marketing career and be proud tomorrow to say I'm a marketing talent, then this is it for you basically.
Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Before we close for tonight, I want to believe we have people that have questions joining us. So I've dropped a message in the chat room for you to drop your questions. So please drop your questions if you have questions. I'll be taking questions now. But while I'm waiting for questions from there, I want to ask these last two questions. And if we don't get any question from the people watching us, we are going to close for the night. Now, as a way of emphasis, you said something around, if you cannot pay, you don't look serious. There is this quote that I've never forgotten. That people that pay, they pay for attention, and that is that when you be a part of the incubator, you become our responsibility at Terabyte. You become our responsibility. It is our responsibility to connect you with opportunities. It is our responsibility to connect you with global opportunities, both in Nigeria, in Africa, and even outside Africa. Earlier this afternoon, I had a meeting with one of the top recruiting agency in Nigeria as well. That's like the second or third recruiting meeting I've been having for the past 4 weeks. And these are agencies who are looking for well-trained talent. They also don't want to recommend talent for companies, and the company will call them that, oh, the talent you refer to us is misbehaving. So when they see Terabyte putting together a 6 month long program that trains and develops talent, it is something they are going to jump at. So it's a huge opportunity. I've had meetings with several founders in the last 2 months, and I keep hearing the same thing from most of them, and that is they don't trust talent. Like, how do we know you? People exaggerate in their CV. You said you
Mm-hmm.
can do this CV, and then they give you the tasks to do, and you just cannot deliver. You just cannot perform. So when we tell startups, we tell employers, we tell recruiting agency that, see, anyone that has Terabyte certification, it's for you to know that they've been trained for at least 6 months. We trust them, and see, if they misbehave, they are our responsibility. We'll give you a replacement because we have them, we have talent, right? So it's a huge opportunity, and I think I know a lot of people are still going to jump on this. This is the first cohort, so we're going to have another cohort around February next year, and subsequently like that, we're having cohorts running concurrently. So I want to ask this question before we end, if you don't get any question from the audience, and that is, what is one thing you believe every marketing talent should prepare to do in 2025? The year is coming to an end. January will soon be here in less than 50 days. In less than 40 days, January is here. What do you think marketing talent should do to prepare? I know number one is for them to jump on this incubator, right? But aside jumping on this incubator, what are the other things they should do to prepare themselves for 2025?
Okay, great. So I think one thing I normally find very funny with a lot of marketing talent is I see a scenario where they are not really very informed. Now, more than just the skill set, as a marketing talent, you need to be a research student. There's you many sales that happen comes from a place of knowledge. Like, for instance, imagine I'm selling real estate and I don't know anything about real estate. I know all the marketing in the world, but I don't know real estate. I'm as good as I don't know marketing. So one thing that is very important, especially as we move into this new year, is for you as a marketing talent to embrace the concept of research. You have to be very curious, someone that wants to study about sectors, industries, and it trust me, research helps your marketing a lot, because when you're selling and you know the message and how people react to that thing, it's easy for you to sell it better. So for me, research would be a key thing that every marketing talent should embrace in as they move on.
All right. Thank you very much for that. We are still not getting any question from anyone, so I'm guessing they don't have questions for now. So if you have questions, probably you want to ask later, you can drop it in the comment, and I'll do my best to answer the question in your DM or with another video, whatever. So thank you very much, Mr. David, and thank you for what you are doing with SPC. And we know that this partnership we have with SPC, it's a huge one for our talent, because once you are leaving the incubator and you go through your 3 month internship, we have places we could connect you with for career opportunities, and these are remote opportunities. Only a few of them would be on site for depend on the opportunities we have, right? One of the things that I want you to say as your closing words is what do you think about remote opportunities for marketing talents? And then we're going to close. I don't know if you can say that in just like 30 seconds so that
Yeah,
we could.
yeah. I'll basically say it in 30 seconds because I need to actually also jump off. Yeah, so basically, remote is where it is at the moment. As a marketing talent, most of the opportunities you get today are remote. So nobody is going to be calling you, following you up. Knowing how to perform without follow ups and meet your KPIs is important. When you have a KPI, this is the number of sales you need to do, get them done. That's the future. And that's why I say the beauty of it is that with that, you can combine multiple things at the same time. So, yeah, I hope that was helpful.
Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. It's been a wonderful night, and I hope we've learned so much. And for questions, you could drop in the comments. And if you would like to jump on the incubator, just send a DM to our WhatsApp, and we are going to respond to you. Thank you very much, everyone, and we hope to see you in class on Sunday. Our class starts on Sunday. On Sunday, yes, our class starts on Sunday. So I hope to see you in class on